Open up the slideshow here, which you all have access to. Slideshow. And if I just play from beginning, then I'm just going to go through this. And I'm going to get to the homework bits. So this is what we did in class. I'm videoing this. And this was the homework, okay? So this table was there ready for you to copy out and fill in the blanks, basically. So you have to do some percentage calculations, right? Here are all the answers. Now, what I've put in there on the top is the total land area for each of the 5-year intervals. We assumed that the land area of Austria didn't change over that time. That seems a reasonable assumption, right? It seems a reasonable assumption. I think maybe some countries, they may have expanded or they may have contracted. Sometimes this happens in war zones when people steal other people's land as well. Sometimes it happens in Singapore, for example, because in Singapore, they actually reclaim some of the sea area. So they build up the island around the coastal area so it gains a little bit of area. So it's interesting, right? I have 2 spreadsheets available for you which you're going to play with. So watch the magic. On the next, there should be nobody asking me any questions. I'm presenting for 5 to 6 minutes. Okay? And let me finish this, and then I will take questions. On here, now we're in presentation mode. If you hover over these links, they will open up beautifully. So the first one is forest covering. Look at the bottom tabs. I have data. I have sheet 1. So here's data, and here's sheet 1, right? As soon as you've got this, guys, I want you to create your own copy of this. I don't want you working on the original here, okay? So you're going to go File. You are going to maybe Save As, and you're going to download a copy. So this will be exclusively yours now. And when I open this bad boy up, I'll make it big. And I've already got it with a nice box to fill in. Okay, so let me just show you what I'm going to do now. On the bottom tab here, I've got some arrows because there's some tabs here. And if I go left, this is the main data sheet. Now this is ginormous. So this is the bit that I want you to think very carefully about. I'm going to scroll down. Can you see the headers are staying in the same place so you can see the years? I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to find Brazil. Okay, so it should be alphabetical. And there's Brazil. If I click on Brazil itself, it only highlights that one cell, CELL. It's like a little rectangle. Those are cells. If I click on the number 34, it will highlight the entire row for Brazil. All right. Now from here, I just want to copy this entire row of data because this is the data I want to play with. So I'm actually on my Mac, I can just Control C and it makes it all dashed. And then I'm going to go to this sheet 1 here and I'm going to call this I'm going to call this Brazil. Okay. Now in the top here, I'm going to delete what's already there and I'm going to paste Command V. There's Brazil, all Brazil's data. Now I'm going to go back to my data tab and I'm going to click on number 4 because these are the kind of headers for all the data below. And I'm going to Command C for copy. Going to go back to my Brazil and then click on 2, Command V. And now I've actually got the data I need. If I have a little look here, if I do a little zoom in, view, maybe just make that a bit bigger. Okay. So here, look what I've got. I've got forest land. I've got all these figures, but this was for Austria. So I'm going to change this now, and this is going to be for Brazil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete these guys on the top. I'm going to delete this here. I'm going to delete this here. Now, it's just a copy and paste because these numbers are the land area in kilometers squared for Brazil. So there's 1990. Command C, Command V. Here's 95. Command C, Command V. I can tidy this up later by centering and making it look nice. All right. I'll do one more. There's 2000. Command C, Command V. Now you can see clearly that the thing I've got missing is the actual total land area of Brazil. This is only the area that's covered by forest. So we need to have the total land area. And as if by magic, if we go back to the presentation, here's the total area of countries. It's a separate spreadsheet. So we'll try to teach you some really powerful skills here where you interrogate, you play with big data sets. So watch as I open up total area of countries. Okay, and it looks like this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to Brazil again. I'm going to click on the 28. It's on 28 here for some reason. Maybe there's not as many countries in this data set. Command C. But now I'm going to go back to my forest cover, which, I downloaded, didn't I? It's this one here. Oh, my bad, sorry. I'm still on my, there's my downloaded copy. Now I'm going to go back, click on here, Command V. This is the total land area of Brazil. So I'm going to have to be super careful with this because we need to match it with the right year as well. Now, is this 8.52 M? What do you think it is? It's million, all right? So we have to write 8.52 million in. So you have to think about how best to do that. But there's a bigger problem. Was this 8.52 for 1990? Let's go back and see. On this spreadsheet here, this surface area, actually, the starting years were 1961. So I'm going to copy this row 1. I'm going to go back to my downloaded version here. I'm going to paste. And now, look, I've got to go and scroll along and find 1990. Now, you might think, well, I could just do this from the old spreadsheet and just copy and paste from the old spreadsheet, right? You could do that. But it's a lot easier having all the data in the same tab on the same spreadsheet. So watch, 1990 is 8.52 million. Copy. And I'm going to paste here. And I'm going to put total land here. All right? And then we need one final thing, don't we? Because 8.52 million is 8 million and a bit extra, right? So let's just type this in normal numbers. 8.52 is 8,520,000. Yes. Right? And then the final thing, guys. The final thing is we have to work out this in here. The percentage of forest land covering Brazil. Excel spreadsheet will do it for us. We want to tell the computer to feed in a calculation. To do that, we press equals. And what do we want? We want the forest area divided by the total area, enter. 0.69. Right? And then the final magic, guys, you will love this. Watch this. If I point to the bottom right-hand corner and drag it across, it will do the same calculation for the numbers above. Now, at the moment, it says there's nothing in here. But if I put 1995 population in here, watch the magic. Let's go find 1995. 1995 is... Oh, it's the same. Do you know what? Look at that. All the populations are the same, right? All the way along. So it seems reasonable then to do the following for the total land area. You see this number here? Click. Bottom right-hand corner. Drag across.
Oh my goodness.
And look at the bottom. Automatically, it's updated the percentage of Brazil that's covered by rainforest. This is the power of using a spreadsheet. I've not quite finished yet because if I highlight all of this row and I go up to the Home tab, can you see this little bad boy here? If you just click that and we change it to a percentage, you've already got it nicely rounded to the nearest whole number. Mic drop. All right, guys, well done. A little shout in the middle to stop talking. But actually, good concentration. I am now going to press stop here on the QuickTime video.